Good day, grade 5. So for today, we are going to learn a new lesson in Mathematics 5. But first, let's recall that last week, we discussed about the addition and subtraction of fractions. So for this week, week 6, we are going to learn about the multiplication of fractions and whole numbers. Actually, multiplication of fractions and whole numbers is much easier than adding and subtracting fractions. So I know that you can learn this lesson easily. Just follow the examples that I'm going to show you on this video. Are you ready? Let's have our first example. So for our first example, we have 1/2 times 1/3. In teaching this example, I am going to use models because we are going to visualize the multiplication of fractions for you to understand it very well. So for 1/2, we have this model. Ayan. So we have the illustration here of 1/2 with the numerator 1, yung shaded part, and then the denominator 2 is the total number of the parts of a whole. Next, for 1/3, we are going to have this model. Okay, so 1/3, one shaded part, and then there are 3 total parts of the whole. So how do we multiply? In visualizing the answer, ang gagawin ko lang dito is pagpapatuhin ko lang or ipag-merge ko lang yung dalawang models na ginawa ko. So 1/2 times 1/3. And let's see. Okay. So now, as you can see, in this model, o yung pwede ding illustration, meron kayong makikita na double shaded part, meron namang part na eto lang, and then meron ding part na shaded din siya pero broken lines. So again, tingnan nyo, yung 1/2 is this one, and 1/3 is below. Yan, ganyan siya pag pinag-combine. So how do we know the answer of 1/2 times 1/3? This is what we are going to do. Tingnan muna ninyo, where is the double shaded part? Nasa ang part dyan yung nag-double shaded. So that part is this part. Ito. Dito nag-double shaded sa ating figure. So that is 1, and then, nung pinag-merge natin, how many parts ang nabuo? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, the answer for 1/2 times 1/3 is, the double shaded part is the numerator, which is 1, kasi isa lang yung part na yan dun sa nabuo na total parts. And then, the number of total parts na nabuo nung pinag-merge natin yung models. And that is 6. So, the answer for our first example is 1/6. Okay, now let's proceed to our second example. We have 2/3 times 4/5. So in answering this example, again we are going to use models. So for 2/3, we have this model. So yung model natin dito was divided horizontally. And then, for 4/5, our multiplier, this is the model. And our model was divided vertically. Dapat ganon para makita natin, pag pinag-combine natin or pag pinagsama natin is, makaka-form siya kung ilan yung total number nung answer natin. So let's combine. 2/3 times 4/5. Okay. So this is the combined model. Now, let us count the total number na nabuo nung pinag-combine natin yung dalawa nating models. Because that will be our denominator. So, ilan yung total number na nabuo? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That will be our denominator. And then, to know the numerator, we are going to count the double-shaded part na nabuo dun sa ating combination of models. So, let's count the double-shaded part. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is our numerator. So, our answer is 8 over 15. Kaya pa bang ilowest term? 8 and 15 doesn't have a common factor. So, that is already our final answer. Okay, I guess we can now solve without using models. I-try naman natin na mag-solve without using models. Paano nga ba nagmumultiply ng fractions? So, it is very easy. Unlike addition and subtraction of fractions, kailangan pa natin titingnan kung similar ba siya or dissimilar, and then we change it into equivalent fractions. Kay multiplication of fractions, napakadali lang niya. Because the only step in multiplying fractions is that you are going to multiply numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. Hindi na siya hinahanapan o hindi na siya i-change pa into similar fraction. As easy as that. So now, let's try to solve this by multiplying numerators, the numerators or the top numbers, and the denominators or the bottom numbers. 4 times 3 is equals to 12. And then, 9 times 8 is equals to 72. So we have the answer 12 over 72. That's okay. Now let's proceed to our second example. We have 2 over 3 times 4 over 5. So in answering this example, again we are going to use models. So for 2 over 3, we have this model. So yung model natin dito was divided horizontally. And then, for 4 over 5, our multiplier, this is the model. And our model was divided vertically. Dapat ganon para makita natin, pag pinag-combine natin or pag pinagsama natin is, makaka-form siya kung ilan yung total number nung answer natin. So, let's combine. 2 over 3 times 4 over 5. Okay. So, this is the combined model. Now, let us count the total number na nabuo nung pinag-combine natin yung dalawa nating models. Because that will be our denominator. So, ilan yung total number na nabuo? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That will be our denominator. And then, to know the numerator, we are going to count the double-shaded part na nabuo dun sa ating combination of models. So, let's count the double-shaded part. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is our numerator. So, our answer is 8 over 15. Kaya pa bang ilowest term? 8 and 15 doesn't have a common factor. So, that is already our final answer. Okay. I guess we can now solve without using models. I-try naman natin na mag-solve without using models. Paano nga ba nagmumultiply ng fractions? So, it is very easy. Unlike addition and subtraction of fractions, kailangan pa natin titingnan kung similar ba siya or dissimilar, and then we change it into equivalent fractions. Kay multiplication of fractions, napakadali lang niya. Because the only step in multiplying fractions is that you are going to multiply numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. Okay, now, Pwede ba nating i-lowest term yung 12 over 72? Of course we can. Because the GCF of 12 and 72 is 12. So, pwede natin siyang i-divide. Both numerator and denominator sa 12. So, we can get the lowest term, 1 over 6. So, our final answer for this example is 1 over 6. Okay. So, again, our answer is 1 over 6. Pero balikan natin yung ating example. 4 over 9 times 3 over 8. Because I am going to teach you a technique called the cancellation or tinatawag din siya na butterfly method. So, paano ba siya ginagawa? At bakit ba siya naging technique? As you can see kanina, masyadong malaki yung lumabas na fraction na answer natin doon sa ating sinolve kanina, which is 12 over 72, and then, nilowest term pa natin siya. By using this technique, ang magiging answer na natin is a smaller fraction. Equivalent fraction pa rin naman siya, pero ang lalabas kasi dito is the lowest term already. Kung hindi man siya yung pinakang lowest term, at least, maliit yung value ng numerator and denominator natin. So, how do we do this cancellation or butterfly method? So, syempre, magdodrawing lang tayo ng butterfly. So, ang butterfly ay may wings. Magdodrawing lang kayo ng ganyan. So, that butterfly, kunyari lang, sila yung mga magkakapartner na numbers. So, the pair numbers is 4 and 8, and the other pair is 9 and 3. Now, what we are going to do next is to know the common factor of the two pair of numbers. So, for 4 and 8, saan ba natin sila pwedeng i-divide parehas? Or what is their common factor? So, their common factor is pwede rin 2, pero much better that we must divide them both by 4. The bigger the factor is, much better na yun yung i-divide natin. So now, let's divide 4 and 8 with their common factor na 4. So, i-cancel lang natin yan. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Next, let's go to our next pair in our butterfly wings, which is 9 and 3. What is their common factor? Of course, ayan, they have the same factor, which is 3. So, 3 divided by itself, which is 3, is 1. And then, 9 divided by 3 is 3. The next step that you are going to do is to multiply the numerator and the denominators. So, now we have 1 times 1 is equals to 1. And then, multiply the denominators. 3 times 2 is 6. And that's it. We can now have the lowest term of the answer. Mas madali, di ba? Kasi, hindi na natin siya iisipan ng number na GCF niya para i-lowest term pa. Unlike dun sa una nating process na ginawa kanina, the first answer that we had was very big amount or very large value. But if we do the cancellation or the butterfly method, lowest term na agad yung makukuha natin. Let's proceed to our third example. What if the fraction is multiplied by a whole number, just like this one? 1/4 times 24. So, this is what we are going to do. Dahil ang sabi ko, numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator, ang gagawin lang natin sa whole number natin is lalagyan lang natin siya ng denominator na 1. Because having a denominator 1 means that it's already a whole number. So now, let us solve this example. let us use the cancellation method or the butterfly method para masanay kayo. So, let's draw the butterfly wings. Okay. Because 1 and 1, yung ating pair dito, syempre hindi na natin siya hahanapan ng factor niya. Tingnan natin or mag-focus tayo dito sa 4 and 24. So, 4 and 24 has the same factor of 4. So, now, let us divide them. So, 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then, 24 divided by 4 is 6. Okay. So, okay lang yun, kahit isang pair lang yung pwede natin i-divide. Kung hindi man ito mahanapan ng factor, is okay lang naman. So, now, let's multiply numerators and denominators. 1 times 6 is 6. And then, 1 times 1 is 1. Just like what I told a while ago, pag ang lumabas na denominator is 1, that means our final answer is a whole number. So, i-rewrite na natin siya as a whole number. So, our final answer is 6. Down to the last example. Our last example is 5 times 1/5. So, again, if we have a whole number, we are just going to rewrite it with the denominator 1. So now, let's use the butterfly method. Let us draw the wings of the butterfly. And just like my example a while ago, yung pairs na 1 and 1, hindi na natin siya hanapan ng factor. Of course, and then, for our second pair of 5 and 5, their common factor is, of course, obvious. They can be both divided by 5. So, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1 also. So, now, let's multiply the numerators and the denominators. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. If the numerator and the denominator is the same number or the same value, that means it is a whole number 1. So again, if the numerator and the denominator has the same value or same number, it means that is 1. Okay? So I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I guess that you will enjoy multiplying fractions and whole numbers because this is much easier than our last topic. I know you can do it, and I hope that you will accomplish all your learning tasks in your module. Good luck!